Okay, thank you, and welcome to council. Monday, January 8th, 2024. Wow, Happy New Year, everybody, and it's amazing we're running to 24 already. Time flies. As always, remind everybody to switch off their mobile device to vibrate or silent mode. I've got request any addition to deletion to the agenda. We had one that was going to be under. Did you get it on the agenda?
No, it's not on the agenda, Your Worship, but it will be under new business 14C.
Okay.
And the item is a request from MP Todd Doherty to bring forward a motion regarding bringing the 988 service to Canada, which is the suicide prevention hotline.
Okay.
So it will be under 14C.
So under the business item C, everybody good with that? Okay. Anything else? Hearing nothing else, I do have a motion here. The council hereby adopt the minutes of the Monday, approve the minutes of accepts the minutes of the agenda of the Monday, January 8th, 2024, bringing it council as circular amended. Moved by Councilor Lake, second by Councilor Wheeler. All in favor? Thank you. Any declarations of interest today? Hearing none. One question, I guess, I'm a member at the meeting when I'm putting in, because I was going to ask that question to previous council, was we're not including the student councils as members of council when I put down my number, right?
That's
correct. They're not voting members.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. No disclosure of interest. I have a motion here. The council hereby adopts the minutes of the regular meeting of council held on, as well as the closed meeting of council held on the special meeting of council held on December 18th. Wow. 2023 as circular amendment. Moved by Councilor Lake, by Councilor Suki. Any errors or omissions in those minutes? Hearing none, call a question. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Okay, right into our student councilors' reports and updates from their exciting year in 2023 from Marathon High. Councilor.
The staff and students of Marathon High School, today is the first day of school again after a long winter break, so everyone's still getting back into school vibe, school feeling. I know everyone's pretty tired right now, so there's no big things happening right now, but we expect the leadership class to be starting up things again, and more sports days are going to be happening soon.
Well, thank you, that's Councilor Redden and Councilor Kershane.
So our Falcons are looking to finish the winter sports season strong, where we will be traveling to Terrace Bay on Wednesday the 17th to play away games, and then we will be hosting Manitoulage on Friday the 19th to finish off the regular season.
Great, thank you very much. Councilor Redden was telling us before the meeting he was very tired. I said, Councilor Lake must be working too hard to do a year.
That's it.
That's it. All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Up next, we have a report on council meeting schedule. Mr. Skoczynski.
So as in previous years, administration is bringing forward a report to council with recommendations for scheduling council meeting dates in 2024. Upon review of 2024 events, which include the Roma and AMO conferences, it is recommended the following schedule be adopted. Roma is scheduled for January 22nd to the 24th. This year, therefore, the January 23rd meeting will be rescheduled to January 29th. As per our procedural bylaw, there's only one meeting in July, August, and December. As you can see, Thanksgiving falls on Monday, October the 14th, which is a regular council meeting date. So this will be moved over to the Tuesday on October the 15th, and similarly for November 11th, which will be moved to the 12th. Of course, the meeting dates will be posted on the town's website and Facebook. And council's option are accept the 2024 regular council meeting dates that are listed. Of course, should any matter of urgency arise, a special meeting of council may be called at any time with 24 hours public notice. Or B, hold the meetings on alternative dates. And your administration recommends that option A be selected, and that the 2024 regular meeting of council schedule be approved as presented, and that the public be notified accordingly.
Thank you for the report. Do I have a motion here that council hereby accepts the attached report and recommendation on council meeting schedule 2024, and that 2024 meeting dates be approved as outlined in the report, or that should any matter of urgency arise, a special meeting of council may be called at any time within 24-hour notice to the public and notified according to the town's procedural bylaws. Moved by Councilor Lewis, second by Councilor Lake. Any questions on that? Councilor?
Those all look great. I'm just wondering for the student counselors, what's the last council meeting for them to attend with the school year? I think graduation is the 26th. So I don't know, just so they have an idea, do we expect them to come right to the end of June or that first meeting in June?
Yeah, I'll look back on the schedule from last year. I believe our student counselors attended the first meeting in June, and that was their last meeting before they finished the year.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I'll verify it.
Good. Anything else? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Up next, we have a bylaw number 2066. This bylaw being a bylaw to repeal bylaw number 2009, being a bylaw to adopt a municipal bylaw enforcement property standards officer for the Corporation of Town of Marathon to be read first, second, and third time finally passed this 8th day of January 2024. Prior to that, would you like to maybe invite Mr. Morgan down and say hello and welcome him to the public?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that'd be appropriate so everybody can see the face of our new bylaw officer. Good evening, Mr. Morgan.
Good evening.
And I just thought I'd invite you down, so just to say hello, if you want to say a few words in regards to your new position. And we already work for the municipality, but you're taking on a new role as our bylaw and
Yeah,
standards officer. So
looking very forward to working for the town and in the town. I was born here. Left many years ago, but then came back, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to taking on the new challenge and all the roles that implies. And yeah, it's looking forward to working with council and all the other entities in the government.
great, and good to see you. And good welcome aboard in that new role, because we had the most of the work under our administrative team for the last several months, and majority
Yeah,
of
I'm looking
23.
forward to kind of lessen their load as well.
For sure, absolutely, and look forward to the public and your interaction with them, and they can be looking forward to having.
And that's gonna be a key part of what I do will be, I want to be proactive and I want to be out there and talking with the public and engaging with them and educating them on the actual bylaws and giving them a better idea of what's out there. Because a lot of them, some of them don't know, and they might be breaking bylaws they don't understand, and so hopefully we'll set that straight and clean up the town at the same time.
Awesome, thanks, appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
So I need mover and seconder for that bylaw. Councilor Lake, second by Councilor Ritter. Any questions?
On board.
Welcome aboard. Thank you very much.
Chickens.
All in favor, is carried. Good, thank you, thank you, thanks. Under new business, a request from receiving the township of Fairview seeking support of the attached resolution in regards to the cemetery transfer, abandonment, administration, and management support for the copy of the motion before the individual listed on the originating resolution. Need more second to put on the floor. Councilor Lake, second by Councilor Wheeler. Questions, comments of this? Any concerns, Councilor Lake?
So it sounds to me like down south they have abandoned cemeteries that are, we have the one by the golf course. Would this impact how we have dealt with that thing?
That would be an example,
Yep.
of an abandoned cemetery. In that particular case, there's no upkeep or maintenance required by the municipality. But, certainly down in southern Ontario with larger populations and private cemeteries, there could be large costs to the municipality to maintain those. And right now, currently, they do fall to the municipalities. If a private cemetery was to, let's say, for example, go bankrupt.
Okay.
Whereas it's not ultimately a municipal responsibility to deal with those items. So this is, what this is saying is that they should be uploaded to the province, and the province should deal with them appropriately.
Yeah.
And I would say administratively, we support that. We don't have that issue here in Marathon. But again, it's not a sphere of jurisdiction and municipality should have to deal with.
Okay. Excellent.
All good?
Yeah, that's good.
Good, thank you. All in favor? Good, thank you. Request received from the Township of Abbotsford, Norwood, are seeking support of the resolution pertaining to the raising municipality insurance cost. Well, we all know that's outrageous, and we've seen a triple increase in ours as well. For the copy of the motion before on the individual listed in the originating resolution. Need more segment for Councilor, Councilor, questions?
Well,
Councillor Sugi?
yeah, if your previous member talking about the insurance costs, like ours was quoted like correct me if I'm wrong, like a 25% increase. Is it renewed like on an annual basis? So that again, will be a further increase for 2024?
Yeah, we haven't seen, I would say we're probably seeing upwards of over the 100% increase
Oh, yeah.
in the last number of years. We haven't seen ours yet. Our renewal date is February the 1st. Mrs. Goodchild is working on that right now. I would certainly expect that we're going to see another increase in terms of insurance. And really, it's, they say it's a result of market conditions. But I would disagree. We haven't, there's certainly been years where we've utilized our premiums, Golf Course Fire being an example. But really the issue, and I know the mayor, this was an issue at AMO, and it probably still is just in Ontario, it's joint and several liability insurance, right? Which ultimately means that, in a lawsuit, everybody gets named. And then it's either proven or disproven through a legal process, which drives everybody's insurance costs up. Right, so we really need to change the insurance regime in Ontario, not necessarily the cost, because ultimately that's, it's the system we have that's driving these costs.
And is AMO?
Well, yeah, the joint several liability has
They
been on,
push that for
it's
years.
been on, it's still on the agenda, and we bring it back to government, and we're getting a lot of pushback in regards to government meetings right now, like even our delegation request for Roma has changed completely for NOMA and FNOM completely, like 100%. Now we meet individually with each minister based on the issue at hand, which is not really suitable for the organization that we're representing. So we're going to have to figure out how we approach government now in the future with those requests. But yeah, this one's been on the books forever. And as Mr. Skorchinski identified, the ones with the deepest pockets, they go to first. And then, of course, you have to fight that battle, and it costs money. The insurance companies are on the hook. And then it's a big tailspin of who's going to pay. And the reality is, prime example, if you're driving through our community and you have an accident within the community boundaries, you come after the municipality. For what reason? You're on a Trans-Canada highway. Why would you ever come back to the municipality for a suit of injury? When it should be your insurance company for your car, first off, and then if there's a, negligence on the highway, which is pretty rare, but with ministry, then you go after them. Road conditions are road conditions. We all live here in the north. We know what they're like, but that's where it comes back at, right? So it's a big one, and we don't know. We've never had success with government changing, no different than a railway taxation. It's a very simple request. It's not costing government nothing, but it's the lobbying efforts that the bigger companies have against the government than we do, right? So we'll continue to push for it, and hopefully we can get the other issue resolved so we can have actually some dialogue with government rather than this.
Follow-up question?
Yeah, Mr.
I'm just curious, is in terms of like providers and quoting, is it kind of the two, three top dogs?
Very limited, yeah.
Very little.
Yeah, generally in not just in Ontario, in Canada, you would see our provider is Aon, but you would see either Aon or Frank
Cowan, yeah.
There's very few.
That's about it. Very tight market. So they control it, and, that's where we're at. So, it's like any insurance. You can start reducing your liability, and your the deductibles, but then, it's like even us as individuals, if you go in and raise your deductible to 5,000, well, what do I have insurance for? Like every time I turn around, I got to pay the first $5,000, and that's not what we have insurance for, right? So at one time, historically, we had looked back at self-insuring.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
We don't have pockets.
No, we don't have that deep a pocket. It's great if everybody who was part of it didn't have any claims for like 10 years, you'd have a $30-40 million pool of money, but that's not reality, right? So, anyway, all in favor of that? Good, thank you. The addition to item C is a request that was sent in from the MP, which was, whereas Canada has adopted the 988, the national 3-digit suicide and crisis hotline, whereas the town of Marathon recognizes it and its significance and importance initiative to ensure that critical barriers are removed for those individuals in crisis seeking help, and therefore be resolved that the town of Marathon continues to endorse this 988 crisis line initiative. Moved by Councilor Lake, second by Councilor Suki. Any questions? That was a late add-on.
Seems to make a lot of sense.
Absolutely, for sure. All in favor?
Yeah.
Carried, thank you. So we'll be going into a closed session of council to talk about personnel issues prior to this. 2024 budget review meeting and survey. Mr. Skorchinski, give a quick update on that.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight once again for members of council as well as our community members and organizations and businesses, the opportunities to provide input into the 2024 budget, which is well underway, and we'll be holding our public meeting with council on January the 29th. So an opportunity to, we have an online survey right now, closes on January the 15th. So an opportunity to provide input that way, an opportunity to address council through a deputation, just request through the clerk's office. If we would like to address council at the 2024 budget meeting for 10 minutes, it will be live, as well as through the CAO, caomarathon.ca. Residents can also provide budget comments before January the 29th. So just wanted to highlight as we move towards finalizing the draft budget and going to council on January 29th, just wanted to highlight those opportunities for input.
Any comments, Councilor Lake?
Just around the deputations, obviously, it's always great when people do come out and make comments, and people taking the bike lane going up Peninsula Drive. That was because one resident came out and said, why don't we put in a bike lane, and it was made. That was awesome. Are we looking for just groups or individuals as well?
Yeah, no, it can be an organization, it can be a business, it can be a resident, any taxpaying member of the community certainly has that opportunity.
That's great. And just go through.
You go through the clerk's office. It's on the website. There's a form that has to be filled out. Very straightforward. Takes 2 minutes.
Perfect.
Anything else? Yeah, I mean, we have an open door policy, and we encourage people to get out, participate within our dialogue for budget processes. As you all recall, well, our new councillors don't weren't part of that process, but we had the open door policy from 6:30 to 7, when our times were 7 o'clock council meetings. Councillor Lake and I and Councillor Valls caught the tail end of that. We had an open door policy, and nobody ever came. So no different than the budget process. We're opening the door. Come on and talk to us. Tell us what you consider, what you feel about any issues within the municipality. And that's your opportunity. But you have to be formal in regards to your request. You can't just come and start sitting up at the back and yelling at us, which you do in the public, which is fine. That's what we make the big bucks for, right? Is to take those concerns from the public at
At the grocery store.
wherever you are, exactly. But formally, we would encourage anybody to come out and have an issue in regards to the 24 budget, the impact of the municipality, the things we're doing, and all that information that could be shared directly through the municipality, through the clerk, and through the CAO's office. So we encourage everybody to participate. Okay, we will be going to a closed meeting prior to this open session and to discuss personnel matters, labor relations, regards to the municipality. So with that being said, a real quick meeting today. Welcome to the new year, and hopefully things run smoothly for the rest of 24. I need a mover second to adjourn this public meeting. Councillor Lake, Councillor Suki, thank you very much. Have a good night.